Good afternoon, it's Nancy Dykeman with RE/MAX Premier Realty, and I'm here to bring you a market update just from last week's activity in our market of Lake and Marion and Sumter County. New listings that were taken in last week in all three counties were 305 new listings. The new contracts that were taken in, that's sales on listings, last week were 433 homes went under contract last week alone in these three counties, much more than we listed. So we're short on inventory and we're getting shorter every day. New closings that we had last week were 322 homes were actually closed out and now have new owners. So there again, 305 new listings, 322 new closings, 433 homes going in pending. Our inventory shortage continues. So I just wanted to give you, if you're a seller, the good news, because you could sell your house and get more money for it nowadays. And if you're a buyer, the only good news I have for you is that we are short on inventory. So don't mess around when you're getting ready to buy a house. If it's something you really want, put in a really good offer on it. The good news, though, is that you will get a very low interest rate, more than likely, if you're using a good lender. I would suggest that you use a local lender instead of an out-of-town lender, because they are in the pulse of the market and they can help you much more so than a large lender from out of area who's not going to care as much as if you don't close on time. Right now we're backed up with surveyors are having trouble getting to houses to get them surveyed in time. We have a waiting list of appraisals, a waiting time on appraisals. And some of those are being ordered from out of area, which is what large banks do. They order from a big pool of appraisers, and sometimes that appraiser is not as familiar with the local area, and that can do harm on your appraisal. So we suggest that you go with a local lender. Of course, go with a local realtor who knows the market. Make a good offer if you're a buyer on a contract, and you may end up being in a multiple offer situation anyway. If you are in a multiple offer situation, ask your realtor to give you an escalation clause. One other tip that I have for you, if you're trying to buy a home and you're not having success getting the homes you want because you're getting outbid, write a letter about why you want that particular home, that it means a lot to you emotionally, to you and your family, and how you'll take care of it, and what you appreciate about what the current owner has done to the home. And just a letter from the heart, basically. Just a letter from the heart can mean all the difference in the world to a seller who's selling their home, who maybe they have a lot of good memories there. So that can come into play as much as, if not more so, than an escalation clause in a contract. Because even if you have an escalation clause and you get it, the house is still going to have to appraise in order for you to close on it. One other caveat: we're seeing a lot of homes go under contract or being put on the market that have improvements that have not been permitted. So in other words, sometimes the owner will put on a roof but not permit it because they do it themselves, or add on a deck or some other type of improvement without pulling a permit, that because they did it themselves. And actually that's not helping you when you go to sell your home. It may be actually hurting you. So it can mean the difference in the buyer being able to get good insurance on the home if the roof hasn't been permitted. There are things you can do. There are remedies. One of the remedies would be to have someone come out. Go ahead and talk to the county. Tell them you did this without a permit. Get someone out to come out and do a re-inspection of whatever the improvement was that you did on it, and some sort of certification that it is done in good order. This is going to cost the seller a little bit of money, but it can be well worth it in the long run, because you want to be able, if you did some sort of costly improvement to your home, you want credit for it. You want to be able to have it in your appraisal, and if it doesn't have a permit, it's going to be very, very hard to get that in your appraisal as an improvement. So all of that hard work that you did may be for naught if you can't go back to the county and make sure it gets inspected. Sometimes it takes an engineer for inspection. It just depends. The county will tell you what you're going to have to do to get that delayed permitting put in place. It is worth the effort in most of the time. So I hope this video has helped you, and I hope you have a wonderful time buying and selling your homes. If I can help you in any way, My name is Nancy Dykeman at RE/MAX Premier Realty. I'm in Ocala, the Villages, Mount Dora, Tavares, Eustis. We have 7 offices. We have 160 great real estate agents who are very dedicated to serving you. Have a great day.